Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome to yet another interesting video by Of Twos and O's. My name is Noel Ayako, and as usual, I am more than glad to have you on board. So, people have been coming to my inbox asking me why I am not consistent with posting and uploading videos on YouTube. So, today I'd like to shed a light on that before I get into the topic we are going to discuss. So way before I got the courage to start my YouTube channel, I know it's still starting out and it's still young, bado sina followers wengi, but way before I even had the courage to start my YouTube channel, I had lots of people holding in support, telling me, you can do this, encouraging words like, this is your thing, you can totally do this. And for a moment, I actually felt like, yes, I can totally do this and I can totally crush this. Well, that's until I started sitting in front of the camera and realized that it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Actually, creating content takes more than just being eloquent. Also, stress za maisha morio. Being one of the breadwinners in my family is most of the time tuko stressed. Nani hajalipiwa fees, who needs what, and kutafuta pesa pia with the current economic state of things. So that can make you distracted and even forget about creating content. But the main reason why I've not been consistent with my content is because I actually had no idea what I really wanted to talk about. Don't get me wrong. There are millions of topics I could pick, and there are millions of topics that I am well aware that you guys would enjoy. But it's one thing just picking a topic that people are interested in, and it's also another thing that picking a topic that you are interested in just as much as people are. If I'm not interested in a topic, kama tu niko hapa kuongea ni wabambe, it shows in the video, it will show in the way naongea, it will show in the way I present the whole content. So that being said, today I'm here to make you a pledge. So I'm making you a promise that one, I'll be uploading consistently because now I've done my research and I've been reading a lot and looking at other content creators, and right now I'm quite sure of what I want this channel to be about. So yes, this is still Of Twos and O's. We are still talking about the experiences people have in their 20s, that just growing up through your 20s. But this time, I felt I should talk about things that you guys, that I relate to, and I feel that you people can relate to. So I'm going to do what I do best. I'm just going to talk, talk, talk. Talk about my experiences, talk about my encounters, talk about everything. I'm hoping that by talking to you about my personal stories, you can relate to them, maybe avoid the same mistakes, avoid making the mistakes I've done, or tackle challenges better than I can, or know that you're not alone in facing some of these things. Eh? That being said and done, let's get into today's topic. And today, we are all about me. Yeah. So, absolutely not to brag, but growing up, I was a very bright child. I was intelligent, I was well behaved. I was a child that most parents wish they could have. And yeah, due to this brightness and good grades and scoring high marks and being so eloquent, even as a kid, people would encourage me, telling me that I had a bright future, that mimi ndo nitatoa familia yangu ghetto, mimi ndo nitakuwa support ya familia yangu, I'd be the first person in my family to buy a car. Spoiler alert, I'm 25 years old and I'm not even close to buying myself a car. So yeah, people would make these comments, and for a moment I actually felt like, yeah, I could conquer the world. So at that moment I read more. I studied and studied and studied, and books taught me so much that, yeah, I'm grateful for. But books don't always prepare us for everything. And those comments that people make at you, oh, wewe ndo utabai gari, wewe ndo utafanya nini, those comments, actually, as positive as they sound, they also have a negative impact in the long run. And that's exactly what I'm here to talk about today. So at an age where I should have been carefree, I should have been out there swimming in hormones and whatever, I was actually walking on eggshells because I was so scared of messing up by my bright future. Remember, I was so assured because I had the brains. I was so assured that my future was would be very bright. And at that moment, when my mates were swimming in hormones, going out with boys, and doing all the stuff that teenage girls would be doing, me, I was in my eggshell. I was just in this shell, afraid to do anything that would mess up my so planned, bright, and rich future. Oh, how wrong I was. So yeah, fast forward through high school and in college, and I actually felt free. for the first time in my life. Free of the burden of, oh, you're supposed to be careful by what you do. Free of living from people's expectations and people's, this made up idea of how I should be. And yeah, man, college. Sweet, sweet college. So in college, that's when I started making friends. I actually didn't have any real. So basically, I was back to square one with regard to making friends. So in college, yeah, I started making friends. I found the people who were just as I am, people who are bright and positive about the future, enthusiastic. And that's when I realized I had this other side of me that I had locked out for so long. Yeah. So fast forward again through life, and I completed college. I got out of college a few years back, and yeah, I was now ready to grab my bright future. But don't get me wrong though. At this point, by the time I was through with college, nilikuwa nishaanza kudoubt this. Nisha doubt this the whole bright future, the guaranteed bright future thing. Nishaona venye life iko. These are the things that books don't prepare you. Although books are great and I encourage people to read as much as they can, they don't practically prepare us for everything, especially unemployment. And that's exactly what I encountered when I left college. I went to the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication. So we have this belief that when you studied at Kenya Mass, ukitoka huku nje, I did broadcast journalism. So I have this belief that when I stepped out here, a job in journalism would actually be waiting for me because I went to the best college as it is. All in all, the first job I ever landed was a sales job at a famous beauty shop huku tu Nairobi. So my job was to stand at this doorstep, wait for customers coming in, and encourage them to buy products they didn't even want to buy in the first place. Shower them with these compliments, how their hair looks nice, and it would actually look nicer if you applied this product. And I actually excelled at that because hiyo ni sales na mimi niko na mdomo, so hiyo ilikuwa kitu yangu. I actually owned it. Yeah, it wasn't such a fancy job and it was hectic dealing with the customers, mostly women with hormones and mood swings and God knows what. But at least it put food on my table for as long as it did, and it paid my rent for as long as it did. That is until few months down the line, I eventually lost the job. So I got rent to pay, I got food to buy, I got siblings looking up to me, yet I'm just as unemployed as my mom was. So all of us are just looking at my dad right now. And throughout this, my parents were starting to feel the pinch. They never said it out loud, but I think everyone around was starting to feel the pinch. Yeah, sasa si ulisoma, where's that fancy job? This is the part where you're supposed to take over, to take care of us like we did to you. Yeah. So there's that frustration you feel when you're out of college and have not yet got the job in the field you studied. I worked hard, I'm ready for this, and why is it not coming? And there's that fear also, yeah. Nitaipata hiyo job nilisomea kweli ama nilienda tu kwa waste time walai. And those things can really have a negative impact on people. So having lost my only source of income, I had no way to manage rent, so I had to move back in with my dad and my family. Hey, and that's when I actually experienced ghetto life firsthand. The other times you're in college, the other time uko boarding school, so you never really get to experience that until imekusinya sana. I think the most depressing part of it all was the fact that I soon started seeing some of the people I'd gone to college with on TV. Well, some I heard on radio, some I saw on TV, like Akina Ben Kirui. Some were all over social media blowing up, names like Aziad. And at first it was actually, I felt proud telling someone that nilienda kole na umse. But then along the way people watu wanaanza kuuliza kwani na wewe ni nini ilifanyika? Kwani what happened to you? Juu uko tu na mtana kwa mtana sisi. Kwani what happened to you? Juu umgandiza mtana sisi na wase ulisoma nao ndo wale wako huko. And honestly, life outside college is not usually what you anticipate. So you'd be compelled to ask, did I finally get my dream job and am I a big star right now or a journalist right now? No, I'm not. Actually, I'm a shop attendant in a lovely bookshop with great discounts, by the way, surrounded by very good colleagues, some of which surrounded by very good individuals who remind me I don't have to sit at a news desk or I don't have to sit behind the camera to have made it. Am I happy? Yes. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I content? Yes. Absolutely, I am content. So what's the fucking lesson in all this? One, banajo usiwaijekea pressure ile yenye ati umezaliwa kutoa wase wako ghetto. Fine. Yeah, we encourage our children, we encourage people to work hard, watoke ghetto ama wapate life fiti, but honestly, this encouragement should be gentle. Stop, don't ever feel like sasa ni responsibility that if you don't do it, you have nothing to live for. And two, hakuna age by which unafaa ukume make it, at least make it by this age I make it in life. No, I am 20 something. And I still have the hope of making it big. At the end of the day. So ladies and gentlemen. So there's a lot in life that formal education doesn't prepare you for. Hiyo kuka class, kuwachopa, kukram, kufanya dini doesn't prepare you for most of the things I've seen in life. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new of Twos and O's. From today, I'll be sharing with you experiences from my own life. Interesting experiences. I know this is not as exciting, but this is just the first of many. And I am so much looking forward to posting weekly. So ladies and gentlemen, I am looking forward to sharing my stories with you. Nataka kuwapigia tu story. Nakuja hapa naongea na ninyi na wapigia story, muone life yangu venye ipo, and use my events to relate to your own experiences and see how naweza kukusaidia. Maybe don't make the same mistakes I made. And mistakes, trust you me, I've made plenty. Thank you so much for listening. I know this wasn't as exciting as maybe you thought, but please like, please share, keep subscribing, keep bringing in more subscribers. Thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you so much for sharing.